Hello, we are live again and back with the daily puzzle challenge. Let's get right to it. So it's 10th of December and we can see that it's black to move. Okay, so black is being pinned, right? Black has two bishops and one rook, and white only has one knight and a rook, and black and white both have one queen each. And we can also see that black has 5 pawns whereas white has 6 pawns. Both of them have 2 pawn islands, and we can also see that black is eyeing this rook and it's also eyeing this bishop on e4, and we can also see that this bishop is being pinned with the rook, the knight, and the queen. Okay, so 3 pieces are attacking, so we have to defend because we are only defending it twice. So either we have to push our pawn. If we push the pawn, they can simply push their pawn on f3 and then we would lose the bishop, right? Because the rook, which is a lower value piece, is pinning our queen, which is a higher value piece. So we have to move the bishop in that case. So I'm thinking of where to move the bishop, right? So let's say we move the bishop here, attacking the queen as well as defending this square so that the queen is not able to retreat here. And if, let's say, the queen takes back, then we can take the rook. So in that case we'll be up the exchange because we'll take a 5-point piece versus a 3-point piece, and this will be still undefended, the rook. So this is one move, but there is also one other refutation if we do this. I think if we go here, it is not necessary that they take the bishop on c2, right? They can just go to e8 and take our rook, because when they do, and the only piece, so this is a check, right? So the only piece defending this rook is our queen. So we take back with our queen, they take back with their rook. So now as a result we'll have to defend like this, and then you can see that we'll only be having 2 bishops and white will have 1 rook and a knight, so they'll be up material. So we don't want to do that. So I'm thinking how to defend this and attack the queen so that we also attack the rook. So I think if we go here, so now the same logic applies, right? If they take, we take the rook on e1. So we'll be up the exchange, right? And also in that case we will be up our rook as well, because they will only have the remaining knight, we'll have a bishop and a rook, so we'll be up material as well. We just have to exchange this bishop in that way. So yeah, let's see another variation. We move the bishop to c6, right? And let's say the queen tries to defend. They cannot defend the rook with the queen. Why? Because let's say they move it here to defend the rook, it still doesn't make any benefit for them, because we'll just take the rook and then they'll take the rook back, take the queen back, and we'll move our rook and give a check again, because we are attacking this square twice, so they are defending it 0 times. So even if they bring their queen back to defend it 1 time, we'll still be attacking it and we'll be up a material. So that also doesn't work. Let's see another variation. We attack the queen and also attack the rook on e1. So now they cannot take e8, right? So they cannot take back the rook. And now I'm thinking, what if they don't do anything with the queen, but they simply take the queen with their rook on e5. So let's say they take here. Now what should we do? We have a lot of options in this case, right? So if let's say we take with the rook, then they will take the bishop and they will be up a queen, and it won't be a checkmate because even when we give the check here, they can still defend it with their bishop, with their knight, and we don't have an attacking piece which directly attacks this square, so they can still defend. They can just push the pawn in the end and then create an escape square for their king, so that won't work. Let's see another variation. So we move the bishop here, they take our queen, and then since this is undefended, either we have to defend this or do something other than what we just did, right? So we can't take back with the bishop, because then also they will just take our white bishop on c6, and then they will have one queen and one knight, so we'll have only the bishop and the rook, so that won't be any good for us. So let's see another variation. So we move our bishop here, they take our queen on e5, and then we take their queen on a4. Even when they give a check, taking our rook on e8, we are still defending this square, right? So we are defending this diagonal with our bishop, and we can take back the rook with our bishop, right? Yeah, and in that case, finally, when the dust settles, we'll see that we will be having both dark squared bishop and the light squared bishop, and they will only have the knight. So I think that should be the solution, because in all of the variations, this is the first move, and depending upon all of the next moves for white, we have calculated the rest of the variations. So I think that should be the solution. I don't see anything else, because there is no threat of getting checkmated, because we still have a defending piece here, and I also don't see any other things happening with the knight, right? Because anything other than like moving the queen or taking our queen, they would just end up losing material, because if let's say they defend the rook, which doesn't make any sense, we just take the queen, so that also doesn't work. And let's say if we go here, they take this, then also we just take the rook because it's undefended, so we are attacking two things at once. So yeah, I think that should be the solution. So let's move c6. So bishop c6 is correct. So they take our piece on e5, that is our queen, so we also take their queen on a4, and they give a check and e8, taking our rook, so we take back the rook with our bishop at e8. So yeah, that's correct, and good job guys. I hope this was helpful, and I go live daily. If you want to join me and solve the puzzles together, you can also join me on the live session. If you want to do it afterwards at your own time and convenience, you can also do that. I hope this was helpful, and if you like the content, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.